Hi everyone, this is going to be a look at how to use Discord. This is really meant for people who have never used Discord before. We're going to have a separate orientation for our specific server, but this is just going to look at a few of the things you need to know to use Discord effectively. This training is meant for the web app or the desktop version of this, so check out the mobile one if you're going to be using the app. If you haven't done so yet, please be sure to visit this website to create your account. You'll be able to set your real name for use inside of our server, and you'll have to, but you can pick any username you want. Just be sure to keep it appropriate because everyone can see what you choose. So this is a look at what a server looks like when you have it open. It can look a little daunting at first if you've never used Discord, so we're just going to walk through a few of the basics of what exactly you're looking at. So at the very top, this is the channel that you're currently viewing, that you currently have open. You can also see that it's highlighted here on the side. So these on the side are called your channels, this sidebar here. Text channels are just going to look like this. It's going to be just like a texting server. You can just send messages and they're going to appear here as people send them. And you can tell that they're a text server because they've got this little hashtag icon next to them. So you can see that all of these are text channels. There are also voice channels, and you can tell because they've got a little speaker icon, and that's going to allow you to just chat like Zoom, and we'll go into those in a little bit more detail in a second here. Down here, this is your profile. These are the mute and deafen buttons, which are for use inside those voice servers. This settings is going to take you to your personal account settings. This is the text box where you can also add GIFs or emojis in use for the text channels. On the side here are the channel members. So this is going to be a list of everyone who has access to the text channel that you're currently viewing. So you'll see that in some channels you'll see more people, and some channels you'll see less people, and that all has to do with whether or not they can see whatever channel you're in. At the top here there's an unread mentions function here, and we'll go over mentions in a second. But basically they're messages that have been directed to you. So if there are any messages that have been directed to you and you have not seen them yet, you can just click on this button here and it'll filter those for you. At the top here, you can filter for pinned messages. Pinned messages are going to be messages that people have designated as important. So if you're looking for something important, you can look at the pinned messages and it'll probably be posted there. And this is to mute and unmute the channel notifications. Be careful of what you're muting and unmuting because you don't want to mute something that's important and miss something important. So use this kind of sparingly. So this is what it looks like to use a text channel. Again, you just type in the text box, type up your message. This is what I was referring to before, the mentioning function. And again, it's just like any other social media. You're just directing that message to a person or a specific group of people. Like I mentioned before, you can also add GIFs and emojis to your message, as you can see here. Here's what it looks like to use a voice channel. As you can see, the main screen just shows what last chat channel you were in. It doesn't change for the voice channel, but you can tell you're connected to the voice channel because it'll say so over here. Voice connected, and your name will appear under the voice channel. You also have options to share your screen, as you can see here, or open up your video, just like Zoom or Skype or whatever, just show your camera. And when you're ready to disconnect, you can just click the little disconnect button over here and use these toggle buttons here, the mute or the deafen, to mute or deafen yourself during the voice chat. So here's how to set your nickname in the server. This is really important because you're going to need to set it to your real name so that we can assign you to the proper roles. So be sure to just click on the drop down over here, and then you'll see an option to set your nickname. You can also click over here on your name and an option will also appear. So this is how to set your notification settings. You're just going to click on that drop down, go down to the notification settings tab, and then you can set your notification settings how you'd like to. I would recommend setting it up this way to only mention so that you're not getting notifications for every message sent in the server. And that's about it. So that is going to wrap up this portion of the training on how to use the Discord on web. So please go ahead and check out our server orientation so you understand what all the channels in our server are meant for.